Hello everyone, myself Dr. Dharm from SIRT MBA department. Today we're going to talk about MIS and DSS. We are going to cover introduction to MIS and DSS. Our learning outcomes will be what is MIS and DSS, types of decision and phases of decision making in process in a typical organization. So what exactly MIS is? As we know, one of the most important part on pillar of organization where IT and computerization is crucial. We can say that computerization is nowadays a backbone for managerial functioning. So MIS is a planned system of collecting, storing and dismantling data in the form of information needed to carry out the functions of management. As you can see here in this picture, 4 pillars: people, data, software, and hardware. So if you want to process data, if you want to use the data, we need these 4 pillars. So by people, you will have information, data, which we are going to use it. And by software and hardware, we are going to process and store data. So where we use this data or MIS, you can see in this cycle, first phase, we can say, user inputs data, which is stored in program database. Second phase, data is processed via business rules set in the program, which checked for compliances. Data will be saved in a particular device, will be filtered and stored and reported on by the program. And finally, user can export data for reporting purpose or for regulatory data submissions. So what is DSS? Before we start, we should learn that we should know that decision support system, that is DSS, is not responsible for decision making or is only responsible for decision making. It simply supports decision making system. So it's an interactive information system designed to assist decision makers in organization. Consists of hardware, software, data, and mathematical and statistical model. Decision support system required be interactive and incorporate the human element as well as hardware and software, use internal and external data, include mathematical and statistical model, support system makers to all organizational level, emphasize semi-structured and unstructured task. One more component, that is MSS, that is management support system. Different types of information system that have been developed to support certain aspects of and types of decision. Each type of is designed with unique goal and objective. So that is management support system. Types of decisions in a typical organization, you can say mostly we can do classified in 4 categories: structured, semi-structured, and others. We'll talk about structured. Can be automated because a well-defined standard operating procedure exists for these types, like known as programmable task. So a specific programmable formula, a particular form, you can say formula is given. On the basis of that, decision will be made. Semi-structured included structured aspects that benefits from information retrieval, analytical model, and information system technology. Likewise, unstructured decision, one-time decision with no standard operating procedure, means it's like contemporary. Whenever, according to time, according to particular condition, or decision makers can use their own pattern. Decision makers institution plays an important role as a information technology offers less support for the decisions in unstructured decisions. Challenges in semi-structured and unstructured decision involves multiple criteria, sometimes unexpected and which the conditions which are not in the list we have to consider and work on it. So these are the challenges, contemporary or some unavoidable or unacceptable conditions as well. Users have to choose between conflicting objectives. That's why I'm saying sometimes we have to manage some conditions are not in favor, not in rules, not in rule book policies, but still there are decisions to be made, and we have to consider these things as well. So this is a diagram by which you can understand organization level and decisions. As you know, mostly we can categorize management in 3 different categories, like operational management, tactical, and static. So as you can see, in operational management, these unstructured, semi-structured, and structured decision-making system have different role to play. Like payroll will come under structured, account receivable will be a semi-structured, and certain queues, priorities will be unstructured. Likewise, in tactical management, you will have budget preparation, sales forecast, and resolving conflict between 2 divisions will be in unstructured decision-making system. Likewise, in static management, plant location, mergers, and introduction to new products will be come under the static management and the different types of decision-making system. So now we are having phases of decision-making where it will be categorized in intelligence, decision phase, choice phase, and implement. So in intelligence phase, decision makers examine the organizational environment for conditions that need decision. Likewise, data is collected from a variety of sources and proceeds. It allows decision makers to discover where to approach the problem. In decision phase, defines criteria for decisions, generates alternatives for meeting the criteria, defines associations between criteria and the alternatives. It requires understanding how each alternative affects the criteria. Finally, information technology does not support this phase of decision making. Next is choice phase, involves selecting best and most effective course of action as form of alternatives. Analyze each alternatives and its relationship to the criteria to determine whether it is feasible. DSS helps sort through possible solution to choose the best one of the for the organization, includes tools for calculating cost-benefit ratios. And finally, implementation phase, organization devises a plan for carrying out the alternatives selected in the choice phase and obtain the resources to implement the plan. DSS does a follow-up assessment on how well a solution is performed. Well, it's all about today. Thank you so much. If you have any problem, you can message me on 961-720-8058. Thanks. Take care.